on April 3rd, 1836, here in the Kirtland Temple, 1 week after it was dedicated. Members of the church gathered here again for Sunday services. They had a meeting in the morning, they had a break, and then another afternoon meeting. During the afternoon meeting, the Quorum of the 12 Apostles was assigned to bless the sacrament. Joseph Smith and Oliver Cowdery, along with others, helped to pass the sacrament to the congregation. After the sacrament service ended, Joseph and Oliver retired to the pulpits. They drew the veils which descended from the ceiling here, and they bowed themselves in solemn and silent prayer. After their prayer, Joseph and Oliver stood, and a vision opened before them. They recorded, "The veil was taken from our minds, and the eyes of our understanding were open. We saw the Lord standing upon the breastwork of the pulpit before us, and under his feet was paved a work of pure gold in color like amber. His eyes were the flame of fire, the hair of his head was white like the pure snow. His countenance shone above the brightness of the sun, and his voice was the sound of a rushing of great waters, even the voice of Jehovah, saying, I am the first and the last, I am he who liveth, I am he who was slain, I am your advocate with the Father." Jesus told Joseph and Oliver that their sins were forgiven them. And then, after Jesus ascended into heaven, Joseph and Oliver were visited by 3 other heavenly messengers. Moses, Elias, and Elijah appeared to them, each committing to Joseph and Oliver new priesthood keys. Elijah, whose return had been foretold anciently, committed to Joseph and Oliver the sealing keys, the power to bind on earth as is bound in heaven. April 3rd was Easter Sunday that year. It also happened to fall during the Jewish Passover. Elijah's prophesied return, according to Jewish tradition, would occur during the Passover season. However, nowhere in the records does Joseph Smith acknowledge either that it was Easter or that it was Passover, indicating that in his consciousness, the idea of this conforming to some kind of tradition about the return of Elijah at a specific time was not important to him. However, the fulfillment of that prophecy, a prophecy which was quoted to Joseph Smith by Moroni in 1823, was fulfilled at this moment 13 years later, as Elijah returned and gave to them those priesthood keys.